everyone, today I'm going to talk a little bit about what it's like to have on-campus jobs. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience as a college student with on-campus jobs. To start off, I'm going to share what jobs I have personally had. The on-campus job I've had for the longest, I've had for about 3 years, and that is being an athletic photographer. I also am an official BGSU social media intern, and I spent a time being an official BGSU photo intern for the Office of Marketing and Brand Strategy. I want to give you guys a real glimpse into the pros and cons of having these jobs and what daily life is like for me working in these roles. Currently, I am still doing my social media internship and I am still an athletic photographer. I have absolutely loved all of these positions that I've held, and they've been very beneficial for my personal and career goals and growth. Not only am I doing these jobs for income, but I also am doing these jobs so that I can gain valuable experience for jobs that I want to get post-grad. First, I wanted to start off and talk about why I wanted to get an on-campus job and share my motivations with you guys. So kind of like I mentioned, I need money. I wanted to network with people in the BG community. I wanted to gain real-world experience, and these jobs are very flexible with my schedule because I'm working for the university. They understand what it's like to be a college student and how your schedule is crazy with classes and organizations and other things you may be involved with. For my specific major, we do need to have 2 co-ops, so I have had a few internship experiences, and that was kind of the leading motivator to get me into these roles, but I think I would have done that regardless of if it was a requirement or not, because I feel like it's very beneficial to get your feet wet while you're still in college, because people understand that you're learning and growing and they want to help you along, so that way you feel more prepared upon graduation. I'm interested in getting better at what I do, and you can get a lot of experience in the classroom, but nothing beats actually being in the real world and learning from the people that you work around and real world scenarios. Having this network of people that I know from past jobs or current positions really makes me feel like I belong, and it gives me a sense of community here at Bowling Green, and I wanted to feel like I, knew different people outside of like my friend group and made these connections. So you never know where these connections could lead you in the future and how it might help you, and vice versa. All of my jobs have worked very well with my academics. My social media supervisors, they understand that I have classes and other obligations, and they also understand that I have another job. So both of my jobs kind of have that understanding that I need to be at both places and give what I can to each position. Athletics is really great because, I make myself available for all of these events, these practices, games, different shoots that we need to do, and they have an understanding that if I can't make something, like, that is okay, but I also give them my availability and I give them my time when I am able to, so it kind of just works out very well. Now I'm gonna mention how I found these jobs and got connected. So for my athletics job, I actually just reached out on, I believe it was X, to the old creative here, and I just got connected, set up an interview with her. I told her I was very interested in the position and learning more about it, and we had an interview, and from there I got the job. For my social position, I reached out to my current supervisor because I did job shadow her for one of my classes, and so I knew she was a former VCT alum as well, and so I knew kind of what she did, and I wanted to reach out because I was also interested in a position with her team, and so we set up an interview and I met with them, and I also got that job, which was great because I kind of had that connection there, and it led to something bigger, and that is very helpful. Like, don't be afraid to reach out to people and connect with them in your network. And again, for my photo job or marketing and brand strategy, I reached out to the photographer that is in charge of all of that. Just from seeing him at different events and stuff like that, I kind of made myself familiar with who he was, and I also had other classmates that had worked for him, so I reached out to him about a position and again had an interview, set that up, and that's kind of how that happened. I did see these jobs also posted on Handshake, so there's different platforms that they post these different positions on, so just be sure to look out for that. Look out on LinkedIn and just try to make connections and look things up and kind of create opportunities for yourself would be my biggest recommendation with these positions. Some other popular job options that I can think about on campus, aside from what I do, are the library. You can work for the Learning Commons, you can be a tutor. There's multiple different roles I believe that you can do at the library. Dining services, you can work in one of the dining halls like the Caroline, the Oaks, the Union, stuff like that. You could also work at Starbucks. Falcon Outfitters is another one. The IT help desk. You can also work at the rec center. Another would be working for the residence halls, being an RA, something like that. So I'm gonna give you a little glimpse into what a typical shift will look like for me with with both roles. For my social media job, I can either go into the office or work from home, which is great for me because I like that flexibility. I tend to work well in both environments. I like to work on my own, but I also like to work with my team, so it's nice to have that flexibility of going into the office or staying at home or going to work somewhere else and kind of zone in on my tasks. For my social media job, I work with a bunch of other interns, so it's a lot of fun because we all get to collaborate and bounce ideas off of each other, work together, make content together, and it can be a lot of fun. And I also like to work with my other supervisors and people that have full-time positions in this role because they're awesome. They're really great. I get to attend events, I make content, I monitor content, I schedule content, all the social media things that you can think of. Our team is working on it, and it's really cool for me to be involved in my university's social media because not only am I a student, but I feel like I'm making an impact toward, marketing the university that I love, and I can share my experience as a student and give that student perspective towards our social media, which is a lot of fun. For my athletics job, I get to go to all the games, I go to events that they might put on aside from games, I go to practices or different shoots that might come up that we need assets for. So I'm involved with all of that. I also get to travel with the teams, which is a lot of fun for me. I really enjoy doing that. So my main roles are to go to the events that my supervisor needs me at, shoot the event, and then I edit and upload and get those assets to our athletic department and the athletes as well. For that role, I do work with a few other photographers, which is great to be able to network within that community and athletics as well. I've grown up loving to be involved with athletics and sports, so this opportunity is a lot of fun for me and I've really enjoyed getting to do that. Now, something you have to think about when you do have jobs on top of class is how you're going to balance your work and your school. It's really important to have good time management skills because at times it can feel like a lot that's adding up on you. You have homework to do, you have classes to go to, you might have an organization or something else you're involved with, you have work. So it's important to be able to handle all of these things at the same time and give what you can to each different thing. A lot of the times my weekends are taken up by athletic events, and so I have to be mindful of that during the week. I have to make sure that I'm staying on top of schoolwork, getting my homework done. I can't procrastinate and put it off because I know that I'm gonna have to give my weekends or certain days to my certain jobs. So I have to kind of plan that out, and I recommend every week I just have to plan every little thing out so that I know what responsibilities I have as a student and as an employee. I have to try to keep my priorities straight, which I know as a college student sometimes it can feel very overwhelming and stressful. I've definitely dealt with it. I've dealt with burnout and everything, but at the end of the day, I would not trade the burnout and the feelings of stress and tiredness over the experiences that I've got through all of these positions. And my employers are very understanding of when I'm feeling like everything is too much, they understand that, and they work with me to make sure I'm feeling okay. I feel like my jobs have not hurt my academics necessarily. They've definitely helped my academics because I will learn things in my jobs that I can translate to my projects in school, or the things I'm learning, I can correlate them, and that has definitely helped me learn more in my classes than I feel like I would have had with some of the things that I have learned is just being able to develop soft skills, technical skills, and professional skills. I've learned a lot from the people above me in these jobs, and I've met some of my best friends in these roles. So for my final thoughts, is it worth it? Is it worth it to get a job? I would say yes. I definitely would recommend it to other students, but you have to be willing to be busy and put the work in and give it your all. And I know there's a lot of other college students that do this. I am not the only one that has a job or two jobs. There are so many people that have jobs even off campus, but I definitely do think if you're looking into an on-campus job, I would definitely give it a shot. I think there's so many benefits to working here at the university. If you guys have any questions about my personal experiences, my jobs, or any other general jobs on campus, be sure to leave them in the comments below. Let me know what jobs you guys have on campus or a job that you would want to have. I hope you found this video helpful and it gave you a little bit of insight, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.